Have you ever been in a room and just watched someone command it, even if they aren't the most experienced person there? Well, today we're diving into a really powerful idea that projecting confidence, even when you're not quite feeling it, isn't just some cheap trick. It's a tool that can genuinely change your life, your career, and how everyone around you sees you. It's something that can drive you crazy, right? You see brilliant, talented people, maybe you're one of them, getting completely overlooked. Meanwhile, someone else, who might not be as skilled, just seems to get all the respect and attention. So what's going on here? What's their secret? The answer might not be what you think. So to really get this, we're gonna break it down into 4 parts. First, we'll unpack something called the confidence paradox. Then we'll get into the psychology of the perception game. After that, we'll see how this stuff actually shifts real-world power dynamics. And finally, the best part, I'm gonna give you a practical toolkit you can start using like today. Okay, let's dive right into the heart of it all, the confidence paradox. And the idea is pretty simple but profound. In so many situations, the thing that separates being respected from being ignored, it isn't your actual skill level. It's the signal you send about your skills. And this really gets at a fundamental truth of how we all interact with each other. You could be having a full-on meltdown of anxiety and self-doubt on the inside, right? But guess what? Nobody can see that. People can't read your mind. They only have one thing to go on: what you do, your actions. That's it. So, how does this actually work in our brains? Well, it all comes down to what we can call the perception game. It's basically a series of mental shortcuts our brains are using all day, every day. Let's pop the hood and see why projecting confidence is just so incredibly powerful. This right here highlights the huge disconnect. Inside, you might be a mess of anxiety, totally uncertain, afraid of saying the wrong thing. But on the outside, if you manage to speak clearly, stand up straight, and make eye contact, well, that's the only data people are getting. And their brains take a short part. They see those simple cues and just jump to a conclusion. This person seems like they know what they're talking about. And that first little act of confidence, even if you're totally faking it, kicks off this amazing feedback loop. It starts with you just acting confident. Then people see that signal and they respond positively to you. That positive reaction tells your brain, hey, this is safe. And because you feel safer, it becomes easier to act even more confident the next time. It becomes a genuine upward spiral. Now, this isn't just some neat little trick. It's actually backed by a solid psychological principle called self-perception theory. And the idea is wild. Your mind is constantly watching your body to figure out how it's supposed to feel. So if your body's acting confidently, standing tall, speaking clearly, your mind eventually just gets the message and goes, oh, I guess I am confident. Your mind is literally following your body's lead. So we've got the psychology down, but what about the real-world results? I mean, what actually happens? Well, projecting confidence isn't just an internal feeling. It actively, tangibly shifts the social and professional power dynamics all around you. And you'll notice the changes almost immediately. You'll be in a meeting and realize, hey, people aren't interrupting me as much. Or you'll find your ideas are being questioned less, and people just seem to trust your judgment more. And why is that? It's because uncertainty invites control. When you seem unsure, it's like putting out a welcome mat for others to step in and take over. But when you project certainty, people just naturally hesitate to challenge you. And you have to understand, this whole exchange starts before you even say a single word. Your body language is doing all the talking first. You know that nervous energy? It leads to fast, jerky movements. But confidence, that's communicated through slow, deliberate actions and a calm tone. Deep down, our brains are hardwired to believe one simple equation: calm equals control. And there's another powerful little brain glitch working for you here. It's called the halo effect. When people see one really strong positive trait like confidence, their brains create this little halo around you and just automatically assume you have other positive traits, like you must be competent, you must be intelligent. It's not that your skills suddenly changed, it's that the perceived value of those skills just shot way up. Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but let's get down to brass tacks. How do we actually do it? This brings us to the final and most important section, your practical, actionable toolkit for projecting confidence the right way. But first, let's be super clear about one thing. This is not about being arrogant. It's not about being loud or obnoxious. That's the biggest mistake people make. The real goal is so much more subtle and way more powerful. It's to just appear comfortable in your own skin, to project a quiet, calm self-assurance. So here are 4 super simple behaviors that have a massive impact. First, speak slower. Seriously, slower than you think is normal. A deliberate pace signals that you're thoughtful, not panicked. Second, when someone asks you a question, just pause for a second before you answer. It shows you're actually considering your response, not just blurting something out. Third, state your point clearly and then stop talking. The urge to over-explain often comes from a lack of confidence in what you just said. And finally, get comfortable with silence. A moment of silence projects control and makes everyone else lean in. And I want you to always remember the point of all this. This is not about being deceptive or fake. Think of it as a tool to remove the barrier of self-doubt that might be hiding all of your real talents. You are simply giving your existing skills a fair chance to finally be seen and recognized for what they are. So, if you take away one thing, let it be this. The process isn't about waiting around until you magically feel confident to start acting that way. No, it's the total opposite. Act confident first, and through all those powerful feedback loops we talked about, you will actually become confident later.